and then I click on open. It gives me this dashboard, okay? So I can click on any of this, but let's start with the blank presentation. So I click on the blank presentation. You see, everything is all white, and then we'll have these text boxes here. Click to add title, click to add subtitle. So let's say the title of my presentation is how to create a PowerPoint presentation. Okay, presentation. And if I have a subtitle, I'll say my subtitle is in brackets for beginners. Yes. So this is me doing my first slide is up. So if I want more slides, because definitely I need a few more slides for my presentation, I'll click on this here, the slide here where we have one, right click, and then say new slide, click on new slide, it gives us another. You can see that this is different. You can see that this is different from this, okay, because this is a title slide. It shows you the title of the presentation and everything, and then this is different. So if the next slide has a title, let's say objectives, excuse me. So I can say, okay, objectives. Then I can go down to say 1, give the objective of my training. 2, okay, I just give the objectives of my training. 3, okay, so I just go like that, like that, like that. And then click on to add new slides. I click on it again, right click, new slide, gives me. So even if you do not have a title, you just have the body, maybe it's a continuation, I can just type here, remove this. Okay, I don't need it. Maybe I don't need it for this. And just type in here. Okay, type in here. Good. So I can decide to remove this. So if I want to remove this, I go on to you can see that there's a box, a rectangle. So I go to the top corner, right click, and then backspace goes off. So create new slide, I right click here, new slide, and so on and so forth. But let's say I don't want my presentations, I don't want the background to be white. What do I do? So I go to File. I want to open a new presentation now. Go to File, New. You can see that aside the blank presentation, we have other designs, okay? We have other designs that you can choose from. So I can decide to, okay, I think I like the way this is, I like the color and the way this is set up. So I choose Fit Set, I choose this one, and then click on Create. See? Now I have a designed PowerPoint slide. So the same thing, I add my title, how to create a PPT, then in brackets for beginners. I'll come back to this to see why this is here and why this is here. I'll come back to the placement shortly. So to add new slides, remember what to do. We right click on this, create new slide, gives us another slide. So I write my objectives, and then what are my objectives? 1, okay, so it only gives us a pointer. 2, blah, 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 give my objective, blah, 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 give me objectives. So I go down, new slide again, right click, new slide, and just like that, I just keep adding my slides, new slide, I keep adding just like that. That's one way to get a customized PowerPoint, okay, slide. Now, Now we have known how to create slides and how to add slides. If I'm going through my work and I decide that, oh, I think this slide should come before, slide 3 should come before slide 2. What I do is I just click on slide 3, left click, then use your hand, drag it up. Use your right hand, one of your right fingers to drag it up. So I can switch it like that. And left click rather, not right click. You left click on your laptop and then drag, use your other hand to drag it, your other finger to drag it to any position that you want, okay? Yes. So now you can highlight. I don't want green, I want it black. I highlight. You can see two colors here. Let me take this down. Okay. So you can see this color, this A with a red on the font color. It could be black on yours, depends. But this A with a color underneath is the font color. So I have highlighted, then I'm going to choose, oh, I want it black, or maybe I want it red, or I want it yellow, or I want it purple. You can change the color. Of course, you can change the font by going here. Let's say I want Algerian. Okay. I want to increase the font. I come here and, okay, get a font that's, okay, I like this one. Now, this is here, but I want it to be in the middle. So I highlight everything and then come here to this toolbar and then click. This is left alignment. This is center. This is right alignment. And then this is justify. So I'm going to click on center because I want it to be in the middle. If I want it on the left, I'm going to click left middle, but I want it in the middle, so I keep it middle. Okay, so that's it. Now, let's say I want to add something. I don't want this for this slide. I want to show an image. So I just click on the box. I want the image to be here. So I go on insert. I should have already downloaded. I could download the pictures already on my laptop. If I have it downloaded on my laptops already, I'll just go on insert, click on pictures, and then it takes me to my camera roll. So I can decide I'll choose, let me choose now. I choose a picture, see? So I can decide to make it bigger by, you see all the little circles. So I can click on any one and then drag it, left click. You left click and then you use your other finger to drag to resize. Left click, hold, and then use your other finger to drag up or drag down, however you want it to be to fit. Okay, I can decide to remove this. Remember, to remove this, I have to left click the top and then backspace to delete it. So I left click again to drag this up, or maybe to drag it down, or if I want to move the entire picture, click on the image, left click, and then move. You can drag it with the other finger to any position that you want. If I want the picture, I don't have the picture on my laptop and I want it from the internet, I go on insert, online pictures. So it's going to load and take me to my browser. Yes. So it's taking me to Bing. So I can, you see pictures, and yes, I can type what I want. Picture of a cat. See, it gives me a picture of a cat. Let me change it. Picture of a little girl. So I can decide, I click on it and I put insert. It's downloading the picture. See, it inserts. To adjust it again, left click one of the circles and make it bigger. Left click again and drag. to make it bigger. Depends on the size that you want. So that's how you can insert pictures. Now note that a PowerPoint slide is not a slide where you bring in everything you have written down, put it inside your slide. No. For example, this is what I mean. Let's do this. Let's say I'm talking about, okay, how to create a PowerPoint slide. First open the PowerPoint on your computer by going on the search bar and typing PowerPoint and then clicking on open. This is a wrong way to use a PowerPoint. The PowerPoint is not for you to store all the information you have written down so that your audience will be reading it. If your audience can read everything, then why do they need you to why do they need you? Why are you talking? So PowerPoint is just to give you your points, to show your audience your points. So here, instead of writing all this, I can say, I can just shorten it to open the PPT. Now, after writing this, I will not go ahead and explain, oh, this is how to open the PPT. You go on your search bar, type PowerPoint, you see it open, and then you cannot explain, but you don't have to give all the explanation on your slide. All you have to do is give talking points, okay? Summary, talking points. This is the point. These are the points you want to make. That's all you need to do. You don't have to write all the presentation, everything word for word in your PowerPoints. That's the wrong way to use the PowerPoint, okay? So you just give talking points, open, choose a theme, then you go ahead to explain how to choose the theme, okay? How to choose the theme, you go ahead to explain. You don't have to explain, you don't have to write the explanation on your PowerPoint slide. You have to explain it orally during the presentation. This is just a guide to show the people the process, or the explanation is not supposed to be written on the PowerPoint slide. So don't put your whole notes on your PowerPoint. No, that's the wrong way to use the PowerPoint slides. So we've done how to change fonts, font size, how to create new slides. Now, maybe you want to check if what you have done is too big, or you want to see how your audience will actually see the slides. You come here, you go to slideshow, and click on from beginning. See, this is what your audience will actually see. So here you cannot tell, oh, is the font too small or it's too big. So you always have to test it with the slideshow first to see how it is. For example, let me do this. Let me reduce this. Reduce this and centralize. It's fine, I can see it clearly, right? But let's go to slideshow from beginning. You see that it's too small for your audience to see. So it shows you this text is too small, it's too big. Just shows you how your audience will actually see the slides when you are finally presenting it, okay? So you should always test with the slideshow. Also, another thing you can do is animation, how to make it fancy, or transitions. Go to transitions, click on the slide. I'm clicking on slide 1. Go to transitions. I click on fade. This is how the slide will come up. Go to transition. Go to slide 2. Click on another one. Reveal. This is how the slide will come up. I go to another one. I click on white. Depends. You choose what you want. Go to slide 4. I click on another transition. Go to slide 5, I click on another transition, click on fade this time. Now let me show you what this will do. So I'm going back to my slideshow from beginning. So this is first one, and then I click on the next. This is how it shows. Click on next slide. This is how it shows. You see the transitions different. This is how it shows exactly. And you have to press your escape when you're doing your slideshow and you get to the end. When you get to the end, okay, slide. Yes, when you end of slide, you have to click on escape, the escape key to go back here. Now that's for transitions. It shows you how one slide will transition to the next. Now for animation, you can also use animation for your text, how you want your text to appear. So I can do splits. This is how my text appear. Remember, because I highlighted only this for split, only this will come in like that. I have to highlight this again for maybe float in. Let me show you how this would look like. Go into slideshow from beginning. The only thing with this is slow. You always have to click on next before it appears. So depends on what you are doing. If, for example, I'm talking about the objectives and I don't want everybody to see I don't want all the objectives to just come out at the same time. So I'm going to put all my points one after the other, different animations. So I put fly in for the first, I put, excuse me, split for the second, and I put split for the third. So let's go to slideshow and see how it works from current slide. So objectives shows, and then I go, the first objective is to do, and I explain and I explain. I go next. The second objective is going to be this, and I explain. Next objective is going to be this. Yes, so it's good for talking points like that when you don't want your audience to see all the points at the same time in a slide. So you use animations. So you use animations rather. So transitions is from transiting from one slide to another. Animations is for your points, how you want your points to show. You don't want all your points to appear at the same time. So you put your transitions in it. Good. So this is basically how to create a simple PowerPoint slide as a beginner, okay? And then, of course, after when you're done, you cross-check and then you save. Don't forget, when you're done, always ensure you test with a slideshow from beginning so you can see everything, how it's going to appear, so you can make corrections. If you think it's too slow, you remove some transitions or some animations. You always have to check with the slideshow to see what your audience will be seeing, okay? When you're done, you click on File to save, of course, and then you save. Because it's a new file, you save, choose where you want to save, and then write a name, how to create a PPT, and then that's it, and you save. And that's how to simply create a PowerPoint presentation. Now we're in the AI age, and there are different ways to actually use AI tools to do these presentations faster. Now, let's go to Gamma. So this app is called, or this platform rather is called Gamma.ai. So here it's loading. Here, even if you don't have your talking points, it can create one for you. If you have your talking points, you can copy it and paste it and it creates a slide for you. Let's have one example. Create from a one-line prompt. I click on this. This is called Gamma.ai. So I click on this. What do I want to make? How to create, okay, let's use how to cook stew, how to cook jollof rice rather. And then I click on generate. Okay, let me try again. How to cook jollof rice. So here you can customize. After typing how to cook jollof rice, so do I want the text to be minimal, very detailed, extensive? I want to choose detailed. Then visuals. I want how I want the theme to be. So I can choose I can choose this or this or this. Okay, let's choose this peach one. Okay, I've chosen my visual, how I want it, how I want the slides to look like. Then go down. Okay, so generate. See, it's giving me my slide. Now it's giving me only one slide. I think it's giving me only one slide because I've exhausted my cards, my slides for the day. I've exhausted because it's free, of course, there are always limitations to the number. But as the first time I'm using this, you're gonna get you choose the number of slides you want. They are called cards, CARDS. You choose the number of cards you want. So if you want it to be a 10 slides presentation, you put 10 cards and it gives you 10 different slides. So see, it's giving me how to prepare jollof rice. So I can now look at it at the end of the day to say, oh, okay, the steps are correct. I like the steps. I think I'm not going to change anything. Or, oh, my jollof rice, I like to add this ingredient and they did not mention it, so I'll now edit it and put the ingredients. You see, it can give you anything you want to do. It's only giving me one slide here, one very big slide, because I've run out of the free cards for the day, the free slides for the day. That's why it's giving me just one. You can see it here, just one. But usually you're going to choose that you want it in 10 cards, which is 10 slides, or 5 cards or 5 slides. And then it's going to break down all the information into 5 different cards. So you can also, yes, you see it's done. So anything you're looking for, you can do it here. If you want, okay. So if you want, excuse me, got it. Okay, got it. Got it. Got it. All right. Got it too. All right. So this is the one slide, one big slide. So I can now decide to share. I'll share, go to share, export as PowerPoint. Click on as PowerPoint and it's automatically downloading. So what in my downloads, okay, let's just finish downloading. Good. So ready to download, but it hasn't started downloading yet. Good. Now it's downloading. Now I'll go back. If I don't like what it is, I'm going back to prompts. The prompt I gave, I'm going back. Since I don't like what it is, I want it to do more for me. I'll go back to the prompts. I'm going to put how to cook jollof rice. I need images too. I need you to add images too. That's a general outline. So go back here. I don't want that pink again. I want this purple. Then I click on generate. Okay, you see, now it's not purple and everything. Good, you see it's purple and everything. Yes, 2 red peppers. You see, it's giving me everything. Everything has changed. I'm waiting for the pictures because I asked it to put a picture. Don't forget that this is only giving me one slide because I do not have access to more slides anymore. I've used it too much. So we have access to doing at least, you can't do more than 10 slides at once. So what I do is if I want my slide to be 20, I share my points. So when I put the first 10 points so they can share it into the 10 slides, I download it and then come back, put the next 10 points so they can put it in 10 slides again and I download. And then I can go to PowerPoint and do any editing I want to do. I'll tell you how we can open it in PowerPoint. It's very easy. So let's just wait for this to finish. Still generating. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it did not give me my picture. I asked for a picture. So I'm going back. I'm not going to download. I'm going back to prompt. I'm going back to prompt, visuals, image source. So I'm gonna go step-by-step picture. On how to cook jollof rice. Let's see. Generates. Oh, I didn't click on photo. Okay, now it's giving me photos. Uh-oh. Okay, you see, now it's adding pictures to it. Exactly. So we don't waste any more time. You can see there's not adding picture, step-by-step guide. And then of course, you know how to download. I taught you how to download already. And let's go back to what we've downloaded. Okay, I want to open it. You see it's a PowerPoint document already. So want to open the first one we downloaded. Let me open it. It's opening. Good, there's open. Remember, it was only one slide. So now that I can see that right now, it's only one slide that I can do. So I cannot break all my points into one slide. So I can be doing it one at a time, one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. That's the best I can get, okay? Yes. For you have access to 10 slides at once because just the first time. All right, so I cannot decide to edit. Excuse me. Okay, I need to enable editing. Okay. My system is slow. All right, now we are here. So I can decide to edit. I don't want vegetable oil. I want, okay, now let me leave the vegetable. I don't want 15 to 20 minutes. I want 30 to 50 minutes. You see, I can edit what Gamma gave me. I don't want to build a flavor. Let me change it to increase the flavor. And just, okay, just increase, rest and serve, cook the rice. So I can edit anything I want. If I want to remove this, I don't need this. I can just remember left click the top end, and then I have to do it like that, one after the other, out. Well, I need it, so I'll bring it back. All right. So I can decide to change remember how to change the fonts, change the fonts to whichever I want. Okay, change the fonts and everything. Now, one last thing is the watermark made with Gamma. Okay, you don't want people to know that, oh, you don't want people to know that you made something with Gamma. Okay, you don't want anybody to know that you made something with Gamma. So what I need you to do is go to View, and then Slide Master. Okay, let's go back again. Excuse me. Slide Master, and then we go to the Gamma and remove it, and then close Master View. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again. So Gamma is here. I go to View, I go to Slide Master, then it gives me the blank page. I go to the Gamma, made with Gamma, take it out, and then close Master View. Now, we'll take it one more time. This is how you can remove your Gamma watermark from your slides, okay? Okay, it's already been done. I can't undo it. So, take it out, close Master View, and that's it, okay? All right. And that's all for beginner class for PowerPoint, how to create a PowerPoint presentation. I hope this was helpful. You can ask questions in the comment section and answers will be given. Thank you for watching. Bye.